Well, la-ti-da. How's it going, everybody? Sorry for the silent startup there. That was me just getting ready. I knew it had already gone a little bit after the start time, according to the schedule and tweet. So I want to get out here early. Just got caught in a couple of different things. Forewarned is foreheaded, I guess. I am probably another 5 minutes or so away from having to get up. I've got coffee on the make, and that means for me some water boiling in a kettle. So when that goes off, I will take a break and start making the old coffees, and we'll have a couple bumps back and forth. But just a quick little catch up as to where we're at, and then I'll let you know what we're doing. As you can see, I did get, I think we had those left to do, so I did fill in a few more chests, and I just made a bed, put up a side chest here. So, not too different in that regard from the last one, but one thing that I did do, I ran around with my shears. There's lots of cheap around, so I've got a big variety of wool. Um, and let's run back upstairs real quick for a look. I climbed up this hill looking for snow covered peaks or anything like that. You can see our village in the distance there. And there's actually another another village that I have dubbed Donkeyville, um, up on top of this, a big flat meadow area up here. So, right up there, it is pretty well set up. And one thing I think we may do while we're just kind of in this getting started time, letting folks wander in and otherwise getting set, is let's do that. I think that's plenty for now. We'll go pay that village a visit and drop off some. Hey, great time to go climb a hill. It was so beautiful out a second ago. But yeah, this is kind of an easy climb, and it's a more well laid out village than what we have over across the way, where everything is kind of hanging off the edge of the cliffs and tucked in the sides, a little tough to get up and down. This one kind of just lays out flat, if I can remember the way to get over there. Wow. I'm guessing the mic didn't pick that up, but some kid is really upset or happy. I couldn't tell which. There was a scream. Oh, yeah, I don't know. A whale? So, how's everybody doing? There we go. There's Donkeyville. So, yeah, not an incredibly long walk to get over here. The meadow is nice. We got lots of flowers. So, when we do get to the point of bees, we've got all that handy. But look, here's the first donkey I saw. Hi, donkey friend. How you doing, buddy? And there's actually another one over on the other side of the village. So, as long as no disasters befall these guys, they should be able to produce a little donkey community for me. But I'd kind of decided that being up here, we'll leave that one at table. Some of these cabins were well situated for extra beds, so oh, I forgot to grab. Yeah, I know. I was just grabbing an extra bed game. Thank you, though. So we'll double these up and kind of leave the villagers to their own devices, but they do have farmers, and I think that should allow them to reevaluate their population and try to do some of their own breeding without me having to do anything, which I don't think it makes a ton of difference, but it will give us a bigger population in case any zombie nonsense starts to spread. Um, Although, honestly, I'd prefer. This guy doesn't even have a bed. Make a little office cot. Okay, they're settling in. I got two more of these. We'll sleep in this one tonight. Go. Okay, I'm a little stuck. And one more spot. We could take that one. And that's basically what I did. I just removed the little steps along the side of some of these houses. Look here. Let's do one more. I think that'll finish us up. There we go. So yeah, they obviously we don't have carrots or anything to feed them. How did you two? I don't know if you can get back out of here. Oh, they went up over the hay bales, didn't they? Well, that's gonna be a mistake for you. I had taken some of the hay out of this town, but do not get stuck in there when I'm trying to clean this up. Stop it! You've already got two of your fellows stuck in there. Yeah, they didn't do real well with their hay placement. Like this is okay because the horses can stand on the hay bale, which they're gonna try to climb anything that's in there, and not jump over onto the fence. So pretty good. Anyway, done all that. I can hear that my um, kettle slash coffee pot is getting close here. Kind of gets loud in the pre-boil. You can hear lots of energy, I guess. Oh, look at all these donkeys. I hadn't seen these guys. Hi. Do they need golden apples? I don't know. All right, let me go get this, and I will be back in just a moment. All right, and we're back. When we get back to base, I will take one more little step away to. That's not the way we want to go. To get one more fill of the little filter cup thing on top of my second cup of coffee. But that will take like a second. Probably won't even mute the mic. You guys can have live background audio. It'll be riveting. Awesome. And we'll just be able to do that while I'm hanging at the base. Then we're going to go on an adventure. Um, I think the first adventure is going to be to some caves I discovered in the course of chopping trees out that way. I've kind of made a big clearing beyond the trees over there. And then we'll probably go take a look down the hole. Let's go take a look down the hole anyway. I'm going to give that coffee a little second to run, just so you guys can see what I've been working on and where we currently stand. So, got this far down the hole and reached significant things. We have a massive drop off to the side into a moderately deep cave. I'm guessing that goes down into the teens ish, maybe? I don't know. Where are we at right now? Oh, we're actually down to 50. So 40 blocks down to that base, maybe. But you can see it goes even deeper down there. But I built this little catwalk, tried to light it up pretty well. And despite the massive amount of dark area around, I think fairly shortly we'll try to get some kind of inroads made here. And I don't know how long term we'll keep this going. What I may do is like kick out a detour. We'll see what's out there. I mean, if I just light it and clear it and we're done, then I'll just probably break this once we have enough materials to build out the stairway descending over open space. But kind of need to get below and clean all that stuff up first. So that will be perhaps the next is fighting our way through the caves, or we can throw out a boat and start doing more exploration out into the ocean, look for better early game loot through treasure ships and all that kind of stuff. So I guess you folks checking the VODs, and again, you guys are awesome. Thanks so much for watching those. I know they've gotten a little longer. This one may stay a bit shorter. We'll see. The fact that I'm about to step away to finish off that second cup of coffee is going to probably indicate otherwise. But, yeah, we'll see. So, yeah, if you're watching on a VOD, thank you. You're awesome. I hope you're enjoying the content. Leave me a comment. Let me know. If you're over on YouTube, if you're here on Twitch, hit me with a follow and see if you can't catch me live one of these days. We are going to go that way and then either out that way or down that way and get going. I'd like to get enough moderate combat to kind of get this off, but we need to balance that with getting enough extra iron to replace the iron armor, which will have a bit more durability than this helmet, but not a ton. So yeah, there's that. All right. Well, I'll be right back. All right, back. Don't even need to unmute. And if we need it, there is a second full cup of coffee ready to go. So that'll be good. Uh, but yeah, I think you guys are pretty well caught up then. I didn't spend much time in Minecraft, if any, last night. I played a little bit this morning. Which is where I was working on the staircase. Yeah, I think everything I did after I left you guys was today. So came over here, cut some trees, went up to that village, and I hadn't even seen. Oh, maybe I had. I don't know. I'm not using the shovel. Oh man. So yeah, I'd like to. Since I don't even think I have Monster Hunter yet for an achievement advancement. This is Husbandry Adventure. We've slept on a bed. We haven't done. We could do sound of music very easy. The rest of those are going to be late. How do I not? Like, isn't that kind of automatic? Maybe we have to like swing a sword. I don't know. Trade it with a villager. Haven't done that. How do I not? Oh, it's here. Where's Monster Hunter? Must be hidden, I guess. That's weird. Yeah, we haven't done too much. But I don't think I've even seen to. Well, I looked at some in the distance, but I don't think I've had any real contact. Ooh, this is getting more significant, but I think I'd like to go up first. No need for rain and creepers. And maybe this connects back to some of the other ones that I'd already seen. Oh, dude. There's some coal there. Grab that because I need it. I um, gathered about a stack and a half off the other stony shore, the one we hadn't done at the end of the stream yesterday. And that went. I think I split the partial one to go across the 3 furnaces, and then I made a stack of torches. And so I have no coal in reserve. We are, for having not had any combat yet, we are getting on up there in levels a little bit, and that's not the ideal situation. Let's see if we can light whatever. Pieces up over here. Maybe not. Oh, maybe. Oh, I'm guessing that would connect if I wanted to dig it out, but let's just see if we can go from. Ooh, what's here? Because we came up that way. Maybe this will loop around? That one felt pretty obvious, but it helped that I knew there was more caves up here. So now I have these looped. I think we're up pretty high above the. Where that other cave dropped down to. This one stayed pretty flat, but. We can probably use the stone someday. Let's sleep down here. Means I get to taste some of this hot, fresh coffee. All right, up we go. Don't double torch. Uh, I don't even see that one. Let's go here. Oops. All this to light a little overhang. It's probably going to be like 2 blocks. Oh. Or a connection to the great next cavern. I've been in caves, generally in a touristy sense. I mean, I've found some like tiny little overhangs and lips and things like that when camping that kind of fun to check out, but I'm certainly not, I don't have gear or anything like that. I'm not a caver. I know enough to respect them and like not just fully go ham bone if I see a cave like, oh, hey. I think we've reached a point. So there we go. We used our shield. We fought a monster. And we're getting somewhere. I don't think it's not try fallen. Okay, that's pretty good. Yeah, we're gonna have some caves to mess around in, that's for sure. These are perhaps a little too shallow to help us out with our iron needs, but good for coal. Mm, it's our first granite. What a day. 15 already. Okay, got that. Okay. Um, I don't know. I mean, we could go into any of these, but kind of feel like we don't have to just bypass a ton of stuff. Anybody else feel like that's all trappy? 'Cause to me, that feels kind of trappy. Just fall already. Ooh, there's some iron. Okay, we got some coal. Got a little iron to clean up back through here. Coal, not super exciting. Working in the coal mine. But if we can get enough more iron that I can feel kind of good about replacing out the armor that I currently have on, then we'll be pretty good to go drop into that big. Don't. Okay, now before we really need something up a little higher to get that iron. There it is. I don't like this. This is how I lose worlds. Oh, there, there. Come on, one more. See, and then this is one of these dumb sort of flat. Spider coming. Can you fit your way down? Ooh. It's interesting. So is this. Let's take a look at what we got here. A little pause, a little safety. Maybe a little snack. Get some coffee here. I think that sky is way the heck up there still. And I'm already at 79, so I guess we're in plains? Wow. I want to guess that. I think we'll try to stay on our out and back if we can find the way. I had a vague idea of where we were. Um, that doesn't seem ideal. Okay, well, here's another exit. It's kind of nice. We know it's nighttime. So let's go ahead and just take a quick nap. We're a little cramped on inventory, but not too bad. 4 spots. We've kind of used things here quickly. And if we do fill up, then we'll... That's what we just secured. Ooh, this doesn't look very secure. It's pretty wide open to me. Kind of safe up to here. Oh, don't waste my torches. Don't go wasting my torches. Enderman? Not exactly ready for that, I don't think. Skelly. Again, we're a little too high up to... Oh, ow. Okay. To get my helmet, too bad. Should maybe just stand around and take it. Now, is he the same Skelly that was over here? Ow. It's copper. This is always guaranteed. You want a Skelly to come to you? Eat some food. I don't know what the deal is there, if that's intentional, but... like that. That feels very trappy. All right. Ooh. Give me your enchanted bow. How we doing though on 2 bones, 5 arrows? It's not too bad. And the helmet's got a little more wear. And we do have another stack and a half, which is good. That, if I can pull a stack of coal, and I may grab a piece or two here, but I think now we can kind of just use up the remainder of our torches. Here's where I popped in. We definitely want to be careful of ender buddies, but I won't put you guys through all the mining. I can just kind of leave torches and know I have enough to keep us in torches. That looks dangerous. Of course, so does this. Run all the way back through. Hear any sizzle? Oh, daylight. That might be well timed. Alright, where do we think we are? There's our trees. Pretty good little spot. Alright, that was great, Rylan. For what we need, we got a little good bit of combat in. Got some mob loot. Got the coal that we'll need to make more torches. No thoughts yet on building design or anything beyond what we've already got going here. Alright, now with all our new chests, I need to remember where stuff is. Go there. Did I carry those all the way from the village? 6 arrows, 1 string. Cook those. Do another of this. Halfway is not bad. Oh, and we've still got a little bit extra there. The Enderman follow me all the way here. It's welcome to come in and hang out, but I think I was putting copper here. The bones. More dirt. Oh, I put the wrong thing in. Granite. Okay. We'll need that again too. Kind of like to just get these up. And there we go. Spare shirt and hat. That's something. We could make one more piece here. We will, basically only use the iron axe so far. And I should probably use that up so we don't have to. In fact, let's leave it because that's an inventory spot that if we're not chopping trees, we really don't need. Yeah, okay. Um, let's go one more time because we're still using axes. Oops. And we'll go kind of that same entry and see if we can take some of those other paths. There's lots of options up there. I haven't even gotten to the caves that I'd seen that I had really intended to go visit, so reinforces how good the potential is in this area. Right, was this where we went in? I think so. Boom. And we've still got all that, but we kind of gone up. Ooh, let's go over here first. See what this does. Well, we can certainly do our torches again. And like I said, take a trip out, bring back a stack of coal when it's plentiful like this, and it will mean that adventuring isn't costing us anything, right? If we're using stone tools, that's always going to be fun. And sticks are certainly easy enough to get. I don't know that we've really looked in there or mentioned it, but we have a couple full stacks of logs now, so that's in really good supply after building all the chests. They're light there. Maybe we'll go this way. Looks big. Didn't really mean to put that right next to my face. Okay. Come on. Yeah, it's big. I was wondering there if any of that reached all the way back over to. I'm not a huge fan of trying to work my way up against water in those situations. Let's at least try to light up behind and below. Okay, I think that's most. We need something here. I think pretty well gonna be able to. Want to keep that flowing out and around. This can now get us over here so we don't have to fight that current. Now all we have to do is just worry about what's above us and what's beside and below us. I will try to keep that water. That's why I built up the wall there, because that could be good access into those depths. I don't think we're quite too YOLO off the edge stage. Ugh, gross. That's where you end up getting stuck, right when a creeper's arriving. I think I made it pretty clear, not my favorite cave style, but I can't argue that it's getting us access to a lot of massive caverns in between. I don't know where that zombie is. I have to just kind of keep looking around. Hmm. I want that iron. I think that's still pretty safe. Famous last words. Alright, let's get a little bit of access here. Oh man. And of course they're not. We may have to boogie out of here real quick. I saw that glow algae and I was like, creeper! I don't think we've seen one yet. Have I already used 2 stacks or did I just not make any torches? Man. I think I didn't grab any, did I? No, because we were only down to 10. We certainly used a stack. So we really used 2 stacks? I'm not missing anything here, right? I didn't accidentally offhand them. And this isn't. 76. I think we're probably due for a lot more hill climbing than that. I don't think we went too far, did we? Oh, we should grab more coal, though. Because if we did use 2 stacks of torches there, first of all, wow. But that's that diagonally flat stuff, right? You gotta use so many more to cover the hills. Speaking of hills, cover. Okay, not quite done yet, but that was a good deposit. Now this is okay, so we're right back at the start. I just still did we really use two full stacks? Was there more coal back here anywhere? I guess we could get to that one, maybe. Hi. That's pretty cool. We can have a lot of fun in here. Oh, are you coming up? Sorry, man. I left you hanging there, didn't I? Come here. Oh, there's a couple of you. Um, there you go. Now I gotta be be a little careful here. I don't like that that is right there. Oh, come on, game. It's not gonna help us get our coal. Ooh, how about back here? We haven't really done anything. There's some coal. Two torches. And that side looks pretty safe. As long as I don't fall in a hole trying to grab this stuff. 9 pieces. Show me 9 pieces of coal. I looked at the wrong stack. I was like, well, there we go. We got it. Oh, wait. No, that's stone. Okay. Now I got no light. Are you serious? 1 piece? I set these arbitrary, stupid things for myself. Alright, that's some bonus. Whee! I think we just want to go here, right? Is it daytime? Seems kind of well lit. Alright, how'd that do for our picks? We back under control a little bit more? really like to work through a bit more. I made all these on the stairs and then almost immediately found that. Um, Deal. Cavern right below our staircase. Man, it is so windy again today. I thought yesterday, man, it was that wind had teeth to it. It was like nice enough day, kind of cleared up later, a little cloudy. Um, but man, that wind, it just felt like it was cutting through whatever you had on, and it made me chilly. Two extra. Now we're gonna need sticks. Bring that coal right back. Not the bread. Boom. Let's take all four. Let's make a whole nother batch. And let's go really see what we can do in these caves. Put that away. This should use up our stone picks. Or, at least get them down through two more. And before we head out, let's top off our supply of bread. And then I kind of want to go into this little tunnel right here that we just saw. Where was it? Like right on this corner? Hope brown sheep doesn't go down into it. Don't like it when my animals get all stuck. Let's do that. And we'll just see what any of this has in store. Oh, coal. Otherwise, pretty uneventful. We'll see. Maybe this coal connects us into something awesome. The flooded tunnel. We're not going to mess around with that too much yet. Okay, that was a good chance to actually get some good sips on my coffee. Alright, well, it would have been tough for this cave to live up to all those other caves, I guess. So, Back we go. I put one there. We don't need to go there. Does that wall look solid? Not totally. Ooh, how do I get out of here now? Was there other way down here? We should certainly do that, right? That may be like the huge cave opening. Although I thought that was further along the coast, but it is what it is. Yeah, see how the daylight, I think it kind of opens in. I mean, that looks like it goes all the way down. And it sure would be nice to get in here. So what if we did... What if we did a cut from... Why didn't that change? Change. Cut through here, and we'll take this down to give us a little height advantage to start, and then we'll kind of turn the stairs back in. Because I'd really like to get down into some of that cave stuff. I don't just have a direct way down over here, do I? I guess I have the water. You know what? We have this. Let's do this for now. I don't want to just dig. I'm like sitting there going, maybe I should just be digging out my regular staircase. And anytime you're getting to the point of, this could just be done with my project work. It's not a real good case for it's an adventure. Boom. Really do a lot for us. But it's something. Okay, let's go up here. I think that was what I was looking at, messing around with the stairs. So we're already winning. Oh, hey, creeper. Hmm. Okay. Ah, dang it. I think that creeper was in the way. Ooh, it's a baby zombie. kind of a threat. Take that, shorty. So now, was he trying to pathfind all the way around to here? Oh, he is. Ha! Oh, don't you dodge. Okay, well, here we go. Oh boy. Oh no. Okay. Don't see anything too quick yet. That is right on my back. Oh, this is a whole nother section. Alright, I think we've done all of that stuff up there. Sorta kinda safe. Something up high. Okay, there is a hole in the floor, dear Liza. Um, there's some iron. Let's grab that. Now, I don't know what that. Oh, ow. I don't know what that means for our Y level. See if we can find that little spot again. Nothing. We're at 50, so we're still up above technically improved iron rates. I know this is kind of going reverse, but worked out pretty decent, I think. Now, does this, I think it might give us a cut back into the bigger chamber here, maybe. Yeah, just what we were hoping for. That's a little sketchy. Let's at least do this for a moment. Oh, that could be a trap. Nothing yet within range of those torches. Alright, now where was I? I don't like that gravel. Okay, what do we got over here? More iron. Swap these. I don't know if this is really a safe spot to stop, but oh, and we can do this. Yeah, look at all this space. We've almost got a managed inventory. Ooh, this could get us. Ooh, who knows what? But I think we're kind of out of the overhang mode. Let's just try here. See if this gets us further down that exposed. Just the shovel, please. Can't even see where these swap out. Ooh. Well, so much for having shovels. I think we still have to break out into that larger cavern, right? We were kind of walking down on a suspended footing. I don't think we went too deep. But I don't know how far that was. But I mean, it was in this general direction that we were looking down on a hole going all the way down to deep slate and lava, right? So eventually, I think this would. Oh, there's more iron. Poke out. There we go. And look at that. We're no longer impossibly high. When we throw down a torch now, it actually gets some light on the floor. Okay, now I gotta be kind of careful. I don't want to open this up to everybody. Following me back on up. Grab all this. Let's get ready here because this could get a little wild. Um, Too many axes. I may have to go back to tree chopping for a bit. Let's top off our torches if we can. Let's sleep. Nope. Let's just check our path back up in case we need to run for it. Oh, and there's more iron. These kind of things could be trouble. And then all we got to worry about is that there's a creeper waiting for us at the top of those stairs all the way over here. Is this, not death necessarily, but I don't feel like testing it. So that's where we got down to, kind of get the lay of the land. So we'll wrap around that corner. Do in and out. We got a hole straight ahead. Another hole out that way. I like it. Let's go. Before we do that though. Ooh, what's over here? Yikes. I didn't even... That all drops away. I think we're safe there. And this is our way up, which, I mean, I guess we can come here. But why limit our options, right? Alright, so this is one of those nasty surprise sources. Creeper frustrated. He's off again. Okay, now we'll go down and go through that hole. Right after I get some water, I think this time. Oh yeah, that's the stuff. That is good enough to get out of. Bop and bop. Don't think that one's going to be a deal, but I do want to be able to get up and out of here. Oh, it's a witch. Shoot. Zombie okay, witch not okay. I need to get this filled because I need to be able to rock her, and I should. Do that. Ah. Okay. Get out. I don't want to fight that witch. My helmet. Oh man, I haven't done anything more to the helmet. I don't know if witch poison helps or hurts durability of armor. Oh, oh. Okay, so left the witch behind, but let's see what's... Now, does that go all the way down to where we were? Kind of looks like it, doesn't it? It's cool. Too awesome. One piece of coal. Still want to keep that coal coming. So what are we gonna do about this witch? I got no golden apples. I don't even think I have milk yet. There. Um, you are a skelly. Are you gonna come up here? Probably not. An arrow. Okay. Ooh, got something over here. Something up there, but I don't think I think that drop doesn't work out real well for an ambush. There's an egg. That's noteworthy. Um, oh, did I already do? I was like, I wonder how I'm gonna figure this. I guess I already took care of it. Okay, now we need to follow. Get some light to replace all this. Oh, I didn't. Yeah, there's still some lava up there to light up here. Hmm. Iron. Ooh. It's shiny. It's not, but you wouldn't be able to tell from my reaction. Alright, let's hollow this out a little bit to lower the stairs. There's some lapis behind me, too. I don't know if this is going to come anywhere close to helping us out with this gap before we get down there. Maybe. Before we do go too crazy, let's use this dirt. It's kind of a good cutting point. Got room for a lapis. I may have actually gotten some of that from Village. Let me get coffee while we're just clearing here. I'm going to take this down along with this bottom of this little tunnel here. I thought I heard a little sizzle. It scared me. Okay, let's get some more light. I don't really remember what our back trail was there, but let's go here. And then I don't want to go too deep because I'd like to do some lighting above that geode. I don't want to make the geode such a big deal that we end up getting taken out just to see how many little shards we could farm out of it. Okay. This is good. Oh, yeah. Good lighting. It would appear to be big. I mean, it goes all the way out to there. This just seems to kind of be the flat top of it. So that's nice. And I think we may... This may turn into a bit of off-stream project as well. We'll try to get down there and like look at it and all that. But yeah, I may use this stairs and an outer edge and just clear this whole area around it. Because that could make for that could make for some fun building or perilous almost death. Like I said, I do think the game kind of throws these in as a little bit of bait. Like, oh yeah, look at the pretty shiny geode. You better go check that out. And then nasty surprises all around. Or maybe that's just my own experience of having gotten distracted by the shiny geode too many times in the past. Boom. Ooh. What have we here? Let's find a spot where we can sleep. Because a direct path to the geode would be nice too, if we're going to make that into a farm. Such a thing would be good. I have no idea which direction we're going right now, but I think just taking our time working this up can only help if there's anything lingering in the post sunrise. This could be pretty dangerous too. Okay, I think this is what maybe that light was coming down into the rest of our cavern. No, I thought wrongly. Um, let's go here. Nope. Dang it. Bad habits. Here. Here. That wind is screaming. Well, screaming. What do I have? I hope this is convenient when I do all this. Okay, that is 2. Man, I don't even remember which directions were which to be like, oh, well, if I knew that I was facing east, I could do such and such. Okay, this can go as far up as the coal, certainly. We'll get this dirt. And then that would go to there. We'll widen this, but I really just kind of want to see where I'm headed. Don't drop on me, Mr. Creeper. And we're in the middle of the woods. But that's the way I feel like I should be going to get home. I don't know if that's right or not, but at least clearing the trees right around the top of the hole makes it a little safer to emerge. Oh, there's a hill. Is this a big tree? It is a big tree. Not the worst thing. Never have too much wood. All right. So while we're banging through trees here, and this has been a little low, so some story time with Havage. So yesterday, I've said a few times here, I've got a couple trips coming up, and I don't like to be throw food away guy. I mean, I hope most people aren't, but I really try to avoid that. Like, do the leftovers and all that kind of stuff, and get as much produce and stuff like that as you need. Um, Produce, obviously, I think for everybody is the biggest challenge there. For me, like salads and things like that, I do pretty well on because I usually just do it's more expensive, I know, but I usually just do like one of the bagged salads, which can make a meal for me, especially if I throw in like a protein with it. Um, but knowing that I've got some travel coming up, I really have been trying to avoid stocking up on groceries. I've gone and gotten like this or that along the way to make some meals and all that, but I haven't really just loaded up on groceries. So things are pretty low on some of the like staples and all that kind of stuff, and that's okay because I don't want to have a bunch of stuff that of that sort of perishable. It's not going to go bad in a few days like some of the produce stuff would, but it's likely to go eventually. So I was like, I'm going out of town for the weekend. I'm going to order some Chinese for dinner, and then I'll have some leftovers to do like lunches or stuff like that, just bits and pieces. So I was thinking, kind of coming up with this, and I even looked at the clock one point, and it was like just before 5, and I thought, hey, I could call and get my order in. And I was like, man, if it comes, I'm not gonna want to eat that early, and I'm gonna be stuck sitting on this. Is that really what I want to eat? Oh, here we go. I'm gonna lose the hole or lose myself. I can't get up on top of any of the trees. I mean, you think home is that way or that way? I'd say it's one or the other. Now, oh crap. Which way did I think I came back up through here. Don't lose the spot. Oh shoot. Did I lose the spot? Is it here? Seems kind of open. Oh no. Is this it? No. How tough is it to find the spot where you just cleared a ton of trees from? Okay, well now we know the direction, because that's the river, so base is back that way. Thought these pink things, the lilacs, the pink things, were something I passed on the way from cutting the Okay, is this... No, this isn't the big cave I've seen. I don't know what that is, but I don't think that's where I came up from. Dude. Okay, bunch of chopped trees. We've wasted almost a whole day here. So we come up... No, which way? We come up this way, and then we would want to go this way to get home, I think. And maybe not just over the top of the hill. Maybe something like this. This is actually good, guys. I know you may be... What are we doing chopping trees? Finding that amethyst geode is gonna be good for me. Maybe spice up some builds a little bit. Alright, we are close to bedtime. Let's be ready for that. Stars. And using up the axes will actually let us go on our boat adventure a little less heavily laden. Speaking of which, let's do that. And let's combine these. So I think we'll try to cut a trail uh, back through here, leaving torch breadcrumbs, see where that gets us. And then I think maybe we'll be in a good place to go do some boating. Can I get an apple? Do I have room for an apple? What will I trade for an apple? A birch sapling. Should be a little careful about that. I think I already have like a stack and a half of oak tree saplings, but I don't know that I have that many birches. Because I like the oak trees for apples and everything, although we're going to have lots of villagers and lots of trading, so I don't think I need to worry about apples. Sure hope I saw that right, but I'm pretty confident now that we're headed in the right direction. It's just whether this makes much sense for heading diagonally, or if I should have just cut it straight through to the other tree clearing that I already have, and then done those two. Because if we get out and it's a bunch of like cliffs and all that kind of stuff, a little bit of a waste of time. But let's get this one. All good log supplies for whatever future building. Dude, are we even close yet? Hello? Oh, is this my clearing? Maybe this is my clearing. Alright, well that makes it easy. So we just lop off some of these trees, extend it a little bit, we'll be good. If I'm not making wild assumptions. But that looked pretty clearing like to me, didn't it? You guys? Alright. We do have 30 iron ore out of this trip, so big success. And found the geode. Alright, what isn't clearing out through here? Looks like this stuff is too connected. Should break some of that. We'll get these two. Boom. Alright, staircase, decaying leaves. I think these are all good to go. Did I miss a log or something in here? Why is this all holding up still? hope that does a bit more. I mean, I guess. So anyway, I got Chinese food, right? Back to the story, or I attempted to. So I call up. It's Tuesday night, nothing crazy, but like I said, there was this. It was like a nice kind of day. Obviously, daylight savings time, so staying out late longer. That's all good. And I call up the place, and they're kind of the local Chinese shop. They're like, this is what we were gonna explore way back at the beginning. These were the caves that I had discovered. So we kind of need to work around those, but let's go back and get some of these apples here while this stuff breaks down. Zoop. Oh, get, oh, just want your apples. This is really ridiculous, this corner. Need you guys to go ahead and break. I think that'll help. There's an apple. All right. Lots of wood, lots of random junk. Down to 2 axes, down to 2 spades. We'll get a additional pick and be good for a boat adventure. We'll start cooking up that iron ore. Yeah, we definitely bypassed those a little bit because we're starting way over there and ended up way over there. So traveled a good ways underground, didn't we? And maybe through here. That's that's where we started underground. We'll hold off on eating until we've done all the jumping. Home sweet home. Alright, drop that. Ooh, I didn't do very well on coal though, did I? Ah, that's alright. Logs are here. Boom, 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 boom. Saplings. Random stuff. Random stone. Dirts and gravels. Arrow. Lapis. Food. Okay, so I want one of these. We can do that. I don't know if I'm quite ready to jump to iron. Yeah, I know we're doing okay, but it's not like we have stacks and stacks and stacks. So especially for this adventure, I think we'll just do this. We've got we're gonna have 45-ish. I don't know how many I pulled out of there exactly. Around that to get back. So, um, yeah, I think we'll leave it. If we find some ships that are jammed up with iron the way the last one was, that'll be good. Sleep upstairs in the house. All right. Boat. And we're off, finally. So, good couple hours of stream doing good underground exploration. We have a geode to show for it, some massive caverns that we made inroads to, and now we follow up that exploration with a little overworld. I mean, it's all overworld, right? But a little surface exploration, ocean sail. Before I get too crazy, don't kill me, guys. But I haven't even renamed this. File save as a Horde Eon. And I do not have, we need to make the coordinates of this base a thing because we've already explored out a little ways. I think we're going to just head out into the ocean and what it was like 1,000 and 2,500 or something like that. But I mean, those are just big numbers. I don't know at all the specifics. So we'll just grab this real quick, and then we've got it forever after and can go exploring to our heart's content. Here, park right here because I see a good staircase up. Oh man, and then I missed it. Wow, I didn't get the mic up very high on that. Alright, sorry for the wait here, but let's call it right here. This is about where we craft. F3. $9.95 and negative 2281. Awesome. There you go. If you grabbed the seed in the very spawning up of this world and are looking to play along and want to be in this area, now you know how to get here. And if you didn't, well, you should have been paying attention. It is out there in the VODs. You're just gonna have to go watch them all. And while you're at it, hit that follow button, right? Oh, you guys are great. Um, I don't think I ever finished my story. So anyway, I tried to order Chinese food for dinner last night and to have some leftovers to kind of get me through this week without having a whole bunch of food going bad. Um, so I call up, and it was about 5:45 or so when I called. Like, all right, if it's like before 7, yeah, before 7, right? 5:45. This is not where I intended to go, but hey, we'll use it. Um, as long as I'm like eating somewhere in the 7 o'clock hour, I'm pretty good with that. So I call the guy and he's like, "Yeah, hey, we'd like to hook you up, but just so you understand, it's gonna be an hour and a half for delivery." And I'm like, "On a Tuesday?" And he's like, "Yeah, we are slammed. Sorry, man." And I was like, "Oh, that really kind of ruins my plans. I guess I'll do it some other time. Thanks." He's like, "Well, you can come take it out." And I was like, "I don't know, man. I already was out for the day." Kind of jumped in the shower after I went for a walk. I got my, I'm not telling him all this, but I'm like, I got my comfy clothes on, not really my hanging out in public. Ooh, there's a couple of Guardians. I guess one just flipped up in the, no, that was that island. Let's swing wide around them. So finally, I was like, yeah, actually, man, I was like, how long, how long would that take? Is it the kitchen or is it the just the delivery? It's like, oh yeah, we can, depending on what you order, 30 minutes or so, we'll have it ready for you. And so I was like, yeah, that'll work. I got plenty of time. I can throw on presentable clothes and make that 5-minute drive over to the place and get my own food like a functioning human. So that's exactly what I did, and it was fine. But I go over there, and like they haven't opened their restaurant back up after the pandemic, and I can see why a lot of places are like, we got people used to using us for delivery and takeout. It's a lot less overhead. You don't have to hire servers and um, dishwashers and bussers and all that kind of. I get it. A lot of those, a smaller restaurant like that, a lot of those jobs are one and the same. But you know what I mean. Like, you've got extra staff to maintain that. Now the trade-off is when you're um, ooh, oh, that's sandstone. I thought that was the weirdest portal with some gold blocks on the corner of it. Not. Um, yeah, I mean, why? I can see why they're not in a big hurry, especially with the much hyped labor shortages or difficulties in restaurants and stuff maintaining staff. So they're just doing delivery, and apparently it is going off. I've known where this place has been for decades. It is a long, well-established place, and even when I didn't live right around here, um, it was kind of in the corner of a shopping area that I knew pretty well. Had some friends that lived over in that kind of area and all that. So, they've been there and very, very well established. So, I was like, when I was going to pick it up, I was like, I know exactly where I'm going. All right. Yeah, don't even need to look or give it a second thought. But, um, because they didn't have the restaurant open, they just have like a tiny little waiting area. If you were waiting for a table back in the day, and had people all over the place in it. And I walk up, and there's like a dude standing between. You got the like double doors to keep the kind of that pocket of you keep your heat in, and you don't just open it up to where there's a huge breeze blowing through. every time somebody comes in or out. You guys know what I'm talking about. So there's already people like standing all the way backed into that, and I'm like, oh, okay, I'm not even gonna get in the door yet. Um, let's just give it a minute. Kind of getting turned around. Is that where I just came back from? I kind of cut between all that stuff. Is that right? Is there the... Yeah, there's the funky little portal looking thing. All right, I'm back. So let's go this way. Um, so it's crowded, going off, and this wind is just like ripping. And I had a hoodie on, jeans and a hoodie and all that kind of stuff. So I wasn't like wearing shorts and a t-shirt or anything, but it was still like for being, I don't know, 45 degrees or something outside and fairly nice. It felt like it was like 20, what is going on? Um, and like just pop into another little shop in the little mall thing there. Um, I was getting a bottle of wine for the ski trip, and I'm like, oh, little corner liquor store I've never been into before, and I'm like, oh, this will be good. I have no idea what I'm looking for or where I'm looking. Um, so this will, I can kill a few minutes, kind of keep my eye on the door of the restaurant and try to get in there. And great, oh no, oh no, oh this went bad. You're not going to get in my inventory, are you? Um, so I'm thinking like, okay, I didn't have a real good feel, but I didn't even know at the time that they weren't dine in serving at that point. Um, and I just figured, all right, well, obviously there's other people waiting. If that guy's hanging halfway out the door, um, I could just wait till a couple people have gotten processed through and then go stand inside. And so I'm in this liquor store, and I don't know where anything. I'm just kind of like, oh hey, what's going on? Start wandering, and the guy behind the counter's like, hey, is there anything you looking for? And I was like, looking for something wine to drink. I was kind of thinking, and I'm not a big wine guy. I definitely will have a glass here and there. I don't dislike wine, but I'm not like, oh, this brand is what it has to be or anything like that. But I'm going with friends and I'm bringing hey, bring a bottle. It wouldn't maybe be the same like, hey, I can get some of this for myself, and if it's a horrible decision, I'll only have myself to blame and kind of make good from there. Man, I guess we should go back to the shoreline. Oh, there's a ship. Never mind. We've got stuff to do. So I throw out a name, and I'm like, well, do you guys have any of this? And he's like, oh yeah. Um, Turn around, look right there on the end cap there. Yeah, we've got bottles of that on special right now for it was a really good price, I think. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, that kind of foiled my whole. Now I've got something to do to kill the time while I wait for the line to die down. So I was back outside and I, went and put my bottle. I don't know that we had carrots yet. We got a lot of wheat. We'll take that. And why not? Now I'm going to struggle. I don't think we'll die, though. Oh, I can't even. I think that was the front. This is a fully. How we lined up here. Not too bad. definitely going to be a one at a timer. And probably a break the Chester. Oh, come on, get it. Okay, let's go up. And now we're not going to hit any WASDs. Hopefully there's no strong current. Okay, down we go. Look once we have it all. Because that's how much time we had. Lots of iron. Lots and lots and lots of iron, and then some lapis. Nothing too crazy here, but then this one works out pretty well for sorting the inventory out. Because we've got the door to stand in. Right. Chest. And we'll put you and you away. Oh, I didn't get any saplings. Dang it. That was the whole point of chopping down the acacia tree. I was too busy in my story. So, anyway, all right, that's the door side. We got full air and up. You see my boat? Now I don't know which way I'm going again. We're facing east. Have we seen this little island? What's this all about? Is this the shoreline? Oh, before we do anything. Is that a dolphin? Okay, this wants to go northeast a bit. We're already headed east, so maybe around this island. Island, I keep saying island. Maybe a shore, maybe an island. Oh, yeah, this isn't bad at all. Guess the sand is probably the outer island. This could well be the stuff we already. I mean, I think it was more forested, right? We had dark oak forest, we had birch, and some mixed. All right, remember our. You know what? Let's just take the boat. Where's the boat? Wow, game. Behave. Oh, I already got all that. This looks like a great place to just get stuck. Lake coming up. Try to swing around that. Maybe a village up there. Definitely haven't been here. Ooh, and it's a savanna village, so maybe they'll have acacia saplings for me. All right, there's the corner of the map. We want to go out to that little point. Hi, donkey. Yeah, donkey's closer to home. Depending on how filled up we get, we could go on a cow run out here. We're gonna have lots of cows. All right, we are close here. Looks like about it. Not bad. No diamonds, but like the gold. Like the 14 emeralds. And we were already saying we were at like 40 some on iron, so having all that at our disposal would be excellent. I don't Don't need the sand. Probably don't need the paper, honestly. Maybe not the chest, but we'll keep. Oh, got more sand. Let's go at least see what this little village has for us. Hi, turtle. Where did there's the village. Get turned around. And probably picked up a biome. Not that I'm too worried about it. Alright, well, I did ask for it specifically. Got that, and that kind of means we can put those away. Honestly, I don't need to carry around like a few logs. If I can grow the trees myself. Do we have... I don't think we have watermelons yet, do we? So that would be another one to consider grabbing. Sometimes get compasses. Did I finish this map? Oh, man. Alright, we will just go back out to the water and sail down the edge of the map. It's getting a little close to dusk. Thank you. All that good stuff. That's the same one. Just turned the corner. There's a watermelon. So, back to my story again. See, that's the good thing about Minecraft. There's always good stuff happening that fills in for the stories. So, I go inside and I find out there's nobody waiting to eat in the restaurant. There's no dine in. Everybody's either trying to order or carry out, and it was just slammed. Like the guy answering the phone is also trying to check people in and out, and I think he was getting double duty bagging up all the food back in the kitchen. I mean, it was pretty funny. But I mean, it was awesome. I'm so glad to see people, making use of those kinds of places. It just totally caught me off guard that it was going to be such a popular stop on a Tuesday evening. And that wind was cold. All right. We've now got carrots. I don't think we have beets yet, but I don't know that they have beets here. Excuse me. Even if we hung out long enough for those crops to grow up, I think we do better on our plains villages with our Donkeyville or the one on the cliffside there. So, yeah, we'll come back here, finish out our map. Almost done already. And now we're kind of filling up. I think let's head back-ish. See if we run into anything else awesome along the way. And potentially just be able to unload all of our loot and turn back out again. most of these forests that make me wonder if we've already been here. But I think we would have stopped at the village, right? So what are our next priorities? I know, offline I need to get that staircase down. The geode would be great because I can be working in that cavern, getting more iron and coal and just base materials while waiting for those crystals, or letting the crystals grow while I do that. So that would be a good early activity. Well, we're certainly finding stuff. Here I thought we were in the middle of a great big ocean. Oh, what if we were back further on the coast and now we're heading into the land where we were? Who knows? There could be an awesome village just ahead. This feels pretty new, right? If it was stuff we'd already visited, I don't think it would be quite as slow to load. This kind of feels, man, I hope we're headed southeast. Okay. That seemed to work. Nice little sugarcane turtle island. Wait. Oh, I'm so far from where I thought I was. Um, hmm. So I think, actually want to be going that way? This shows how lost I am now. Was this the island that we just came out of? No. Oh, man. This could be bad. This is why I got the coordinates, though. So we don't need to go too far this way, but we still need to go like, oh, well, hello. So maybe this is the shore that we were along. And did we already hit this boat? If we get to this boat and we're like, oh, hey, look, we've already been here. Although, oh, and there's a portal right there too. Um, Seems new. Ooh, moss. Take that. And, ooh, maybe we're going to get a shot here. I know. I know. Just practice makes perfect on that one. No complaints, though. Come on. Get iron we wanted. Now, this is the bigger question. Do we still have a full ship underneath? Looks like it, just making us dig our way down. Dirt? Okay. So now we are stuck, though. We need to. Which way do we come up on the ship? We came up from here. I hope. Alright, we're still heading north and west. I don't know, I had to turn the boat to verify that west is to the left of north, but. Oh, and we do need to come back here to get this guy because I don't have gold blocks yet. Yeah, we'll just leave it. Oh. And hope to return. Okay, well, it's almost night. All right. I don't know what I'm seeing here. Like a broken village? Or is it a drowned thing up? Looks like drowned territory. Where they just. It's gonna spawn them, but they're all gonna spawn up where they're burning. I don't know if there would be any way to turn that into a. You know, we should just leave all this. Something to see, but we gotta get home, maybe, and unload so we can then get back here, at which point we could probably explore that high tropical fish. And what are our numbers looking like? 37. I mean, we're kind of getting steered by the land here. What were we trying to aim at? 995 negative 2281 is what we're trying to get to. So am I going? We just want to be that way again whenever we can turn. But I think if maybe this is all stuff that we just got turned around as we were going around that kind of shattered savannah and all that. I mean, does this tie into it? Who knows? But I would like to make it back to that ship for the buried treasure and the portal, whatever it's got. Probably very underwhelming, but the buried treasure is good stuff, usually. Usually he's got something worthwhile. Let's throw a marker torch. We have been here. We would like to see this again on our way back. We really need to go a long way this way now. Right? Dang it. Yeah. Oh, good. I can't get that. Cows, you're lucky. I don't have any room for your your leather or your meat. At least we know that jungles are always small, so this shouldn't be any problem to get around. What have I done, chat? Okay. More jungle. Oh, now we're at negative 2,000. I need to be back 1,000 blocks that way now. And we're getting close, right? We are at... Oh, I need to be 2,000 blocks that way. So yeah, we've really gone this way. But now we know where the jungle is. That's nice. It's gonna really become difficult is getting back to that boat. Well, we've got the treasure map, so all we really need to do is just kind of go like, you know what? We're gonna go over land, over sea, whatever we need, and just put the treasure map as our guide. Get off. Oh no. Shoot. Split decision. Oh, crap. Get. I don't know where you are. This is so bad. So with the rain, there's going to be mobs spawning. I got to get my boat back, though. What do I want to get rid of for the boat? This chest. Dope. This may be what takes out our helmet. There's a witch hut, so that'll be good. There's the black cat. Hey, black cat. Try to cut a wider berth around the witch. What's that creeper up there? Don't at the moment. Alright, Savannah. Oh, Savannah, don't you cry for me. 'Cause you're gonna make the rain stop falling. Still cloudy, but no rain. It's nice. Oh no, I'm already way too far. This way? Oh, I gotta go back this way. What in the... All I really know is I gotta go a long way this way. Right? Because we gotta get this down to 900, the X number. Z has to be negative 22, which is more this way again. I don't know why I was going this way. At least we can boat. I think this is the same messy landmass I got turned around on in the first place. And it's almost night. Double check those one more time. 995 negative 2281. Dude, this has been the worst navigation. Can you stop raining? Looks like no rain. I'll pass this island. So negative 22. Will probably get us to that weird windswept thing in that direction. Good kelp. That's just what I wanted. More kelp. Yay! is this the one that kicked off the Guardians, or is this another Guardian Temple? 800 and 400-ish. So I think that was a different one. Just looking to see if this is a portal. It does appear to be, not just an undersea thingy-majobber. Come on, get in the boat. Alright. Could be our shoreline. Yeah, here's the stony part. Alright. Finally made it back. Oh, what a mess. Good loot. No idea if we'll make it back or not. There's our future home. Edged out. I don't know if I can get up this little hill. Quiet you, dolphin. But I can get up here. Really? Rude. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, this is actually already... I can now sort a bit here. All good there. Good stuff there. Hi, horse. I don't know what he's getting all carried on about. Feathers were good. Acacia saplings. Stuff. Did not have carrots, so that was a win, and did not have watermelon. We've still got pumpkins right outside, so those are basically accounted for, and now we're basically just waiting on beet seeds. For whenever I do start my farming, we can put those away. Put that for tasting later. This is the completed one, and this is the one that we are look at how little that dot is. We are a long way away from getting that, but we'll maybe give it a whirl. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and take another little break here, guys. Um, so bear with me a moment. I'm gonna swap out the coffees, get up, stretch my legs a little bit, and we'll be back for that next boat ride where we will try to kind of get back to the map, maybe catch that underwater portal I saw if I can remember basically where it was. Those kind of things, and I think depending on how long that takes or how lost we get, we'll have one more grand adventure and try to get back. So get yourself a cool drink. Go hit the restroom if you need to. Move around. Give your eyes a little break from the screen time. And I will see you back here in a couple of minutes for you VOD watchers. Let's throw up the slide. And that way, when you see that disappear, you'll know I'm coming back. All right, mute the mic. I'll be right back. All right, and we are back. For anybody zipping through the breaks, I'll just talk here for a second and slow down the playback screen. Get rid of those hiccups, just pound them out of the chest. I know what those were. That was the slamming the remains of the last cup of coffee. All right, let me get the game window, and I'm actually going to hide that. We shouldn't need it at least until we're headed back again. All right, so we abandoned our one boat. Let's go back for it. And think we can Cowabunga. Yeah, we cleared that pretty well. Okay, so we are now. Yeah, we want to go south and east a ton, right? And if we're really lucky, we'll catch the right path to get that portal. But yeah, if we don't see it, we'll maybe see a different one. So I mentioned on, well, I have mentioned in the past. I don't know that I've talked about it that regularly or anything, but one of my favorite current channels over in Twitch is Riff Tracks. I've given enough background information in the past. They're the some of the guys that did the old Mystery Science Theater 3000, and they don't have the rights to that whole name, but it's a number of the people, and certainly Joel Hodgson, who's the other creator, um, has joined in with it. I don't think I don't know claim to know any of the drama or anything, but I don't think there's much bad blood there. I think when some of those kind of things get owned by a studio or whatever, as they get wound down, you can't just continue to use the name as much. So Rift Tracks it is, and they have a presence on Twitch, and it's passable. If none of your followed streamers or anything, and you're hunting around and nothing's hitting you, it's not bad. It's jokes about really campy, bad, typically horror, but sometimes sci-fi, and then sometimes these old educational short movies. And they can hit anything, but those kind of tend to be the wheelhouse. You're more often than not going to get like a 50s through 70s, maybe 80s horror or sci-fi movie, kind of the bottom of the barrel stuff, because those are funnier, right? They they give more ammunition and fuel to work with when you're like, what is the deal with this rubber mask on a guy that we're all supposed to believe is a an alien, right? Or is it supposed to be an alien, or is it really just supposed to be a guy in a rubber mask? I can't tell. What were they going for here? Um, and I've liked him ever since I was a kid. And Mystery Science Theater 3000 was a new thing set up locally in Minnesota, and got the local channels that were fed out kind of over the air. I think that was pretty early. I think they got some acclaim and got picked up pretty quickly after that. So well, there's a portal. I don't know if that's the one we saw before. Let's go get it though. Um, So yeah, they were. I should have brought one of those water breathing potions, shouldn't I? It's dumb. Um, hey, fortune is kind of trash because gold won't break diamond. So I don't know what else. I mean, I guess we could use them on maybe on like gold ore would be the best use. Maybe emerald blocks, although I kind of think those would get broken too. All right, which I think I was going back this way. We are still headed southeast. Long, long way to go. Um, so yeah, if you like those kinds of movies, it's pretty good. And um, the biggest knock on it in Twitch is that if you're not subscribed, the commercials get pretty hard to handle. I don't typically mind them too much in streams. Um, and at least the streamers that I watch tend to be pretty conscientious about I'm going to run an ad, I'll either take a break or I will um, be standing at this farm or I'm going to sort my inventory. I'm not going to do it at the height of stuff. And I get the feel a little bit in Twitch that those ads they may just run every X. I don't know it, but you know how like on late night cable, you'll find an old movie and you'll turn it on, and if you catch the beginning, you'll go for like 30 minutes without any commercials. It's great. Like, hey, I can watch this movie all day. But then by the end of it, you're getting a commercial break every 10 minutes, it feels like, as they're trying to wrap up the story, right? And that's targeted advertising. It's saying, oh, there's a village. We know that more people will catch this movie and stick with it till the end throughout than are going to go, oh, hey, guess what movie's coming up at 5 o'clock in the morning? I need to turn it on and be there from the very start, right? So, and they know if you're watching, if you get sucked in, right, to, let's say it's here in the U.S., it would be like a TMZ or something, TMZ, TBS or something, where on a holiday weekend they'll run like James Bond or Star Wars or something in marathons, and they'll run these movies. Perhaps I've been here before. That's our little village. This is good though because this is where we got the last treasure, right? So we went like all the way. All we had to do was turn around and go back that way. Um, how did we get here from the ship? Was it up on that side, or was it just straight ahead? Let's go in our little boat and see if we come across that shipwreck. I wish you could like reverse reverse treasure map. Uh, I think we'd seen this and been like, oh, that's the barrier island, right? And then come along from here. But I don't know. Was there anything else at that ship that we cared about? I don't think so, right? It was the other ship that still had a portal right next to it. What are we doing? Yeah, who knows? We'll figure this out. Yeah, I was so turned around at this point. So yeah, what you notice in late night cable TV movies, being a slow buildup of, I think this is where we went through before, isn't it? Of commercials until the very end when you're trying to watch how the story ends, and then they're hitting you all the time. Um, let's just go the way we know works. In Twitch, when you're getting commercials amid movies, it just seems like they kind of hit throughout right as you're trying to get the vibe, and part of that is that the jokes, kind of build progressively. And you got a chat, and because the movies don't stop, right? There's no streamer. It's just pre-recorded movies with jokes over the top of them, and they're continuing to run through the ads. You don't get that, hey, I'm going to go get a fresh cup of coffee, or I'm going to go to the bathroom while these ads run, or I'm going to sort my inventory chests. You guys hang out, chat in the chat, and I'll be right back. You don't get that break. So as you're watching the um, the chat itself is still kind of reacting to the jokes and continuing on with the movie, and you feel it a little bit more, especially if you catch a long Twitch ad. Um, and that part, I don't know that the channel really has any say in which versions of ads or anything like that are getting used. Plus, they do tend to set with a couple hundred viewers constantly, right? And for Twitch, that's pretty good return, right? You got um, good ads, and because there's no streamer, you don't know, sub counts, anything like that. None of that is too obvious. So it takes a little, but it's got a kind of vibe and chat, right? And a lot of the people have seen these movies a bunch of times themselves, and people are cracking their own jokes or quoting the jokes that they've already seen the hosts make in when it was originally released or whatever. So I don't know. It's I got gifted a sub, and that changed everything with a gift sub. So I've kind of been hitting it hard on ooh, the duration of my gift sub, and I don't know. I don't know if it would earn a perpetual sub, um, but it would be tough to go back watching with commercials after having been subbed. Um, but I think it would get pretty tired. Like they have their highlights or however it randomizes the movies, but there's some heavy hitters that come up with great regularity, right? And then there's others. I don't have any bones for you. Man, every time I see wolves, I got no bones. What's that all about? Sorry, dudes. Oh, can I take this mutton though? It's our first mutton. Um, so yeah, subscription to RiffTrax. If you just got piles of money, first of all, hey, your local everyday habit. Why don't you throw some of that at inducing some other chats to come check us out, hang out. But no, like not affiliate, not worried. As I mentioned to the nice person that was or bot, I don't know. They seemed very involved though, and I did check them out. Selena something. I don't, I question any of that information. But the username was Selena Numbers Hugo, something like that, maybe, or maybe that was over on Twitter. Whatever the case, it was. Oh, I'm already off the map. Map's good. Now, what do we want to do to explore? Let's go. We're heading north, not west. Let's kind of go. Don't need that anymore. Really don't need that. I should have thrown it in the deal, but we'll probably run over more kelp. Let's kind of go land water combo expedition back up and see if we can pick back up towards our original journey from spawn. We may fill up with gear well before that and never make it. Who knows? But it's a direction. So anyway, as I was saying about the RiffTrax stuff, hits my entertainment. I like when it's done right. I like how um, people that are riffing, right, and in the comedic sense, kind of like the musical sense, you're building off something that's already there. A riff in jazz, you're building off the established meter and cadence to kind of show your own musical skills in impromptu solos and stuff like that. In that riffed movie format, they're basically it's not improv. Some of it may be a little bit, but they're basically pre-written, right? These guys have been doing this for I don't know, early '90s, maybe late '80s. Um, so a lot of years that they've either been writers or um, presenters within the genre, I guess. So we just want to keep looking around. Oh, this would be a good time to do some cow gathering too, right? Because we're a long way from home. We're not going to end up breeding these cows, so we might as well give you a special purpose. Just what we need. Ooh, there's no ship. I'll go and get that. See any cows first, though? And I guess, sorry, I still haven't finished my train of thoughts here on the movie stuff, but on the game side, that is one of the other things that we're actually coming up closer on needing to get done is building out the some kind of XP farm, right? Because I have said I'd like to do that. I don't know that I'm quite there. I don't think that's going to be something that'll be done overnight, but um, it's getting closer. This is where I begin to start wondering, have I already been here? Don't look like it on this one. Clearly not. Oh, oh, oh boy, get up! I forgot we'd swum over there. Alright, well, this is good though, because this gives me an opportunity to eat some raw mutton. And what I should have done much earlier, which was to eat a suspicious stew, and let's dump that. Go back up. I really don't need to carry around that wool either. What do we get? Weakness. It's fine. Okay, you can go away. You can go away. We'll get more moss. Might as well grab a pumpkin. Come on, get. I don't know why I'm grabbing that wheat and not the other wheat, but we are a little closer to home, I think. Okay, that was the front of the. Nope, that's back here. Yeah, we may be dumping this wheat immediately. Let's eat. Check our spacing. And what do you know? I think we got everything. More air. Nothing hanging under here like a diamond. Alright, let's. Just for giggles, we'll set this up because I think we're going to want to sleep here pretty quick. It's tough to tell time in. Hi, salmon. Excuse me. in the cloudy dark. Okay, you go away. You go away. You come out. You go away. Oh, I'm still in the doorway. This is the way out. Alright, is it nighttime? Seems like it's really close if it's not already. Okay, I think we're ready for another boat haul. Let's see where this map has us going. Oh, we're pretty close. So we want to go west. Where's our boat? Hopefully right up here. So getting a gift subscription, whoever gave it to me, was awesome. To RiffTrax has been really cool because then you can watch all the movies without any commercials. It is dangerous though. It's been a good thing I've had a lot of stuff to do around here, getting laundry done, doing some of that kind of stuff, so I can just kind of have them on in the background. Um, because it's I don't know, I just really enjoy the. We don't need that. Um, it's not really banter, but just the kind of references that go into all of that stuff. Really pretty cool. And it, all of the guys that and ladies, there's a little more scatter. I'm not sure what the background of the women is involved with making some of them, but um, the three were all writers, and two voiced a couple of the puppet robots from the Mystery Science Theater 3000 show. And oh man, come on, don't. What do I trade for a boat? Oh, we trade this axe. Give me a boat. Can I get far enough over on this little island to finish out the map? I think I can. 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 Woo woo. You guys can all little engine that could along with me. Ooh, now is that a new village? I don't seem to recall a Plains village here. So we're going to definitely kind of sort of want to. Oh, come on. Dumb map. There. All right, now we can go back to the treasure and then go to that village and somehow try to manage our inventory out here with a. Goal to getting back. Let's go around this way. Oh. So yeah, a lot of the writing of the jokes, or call it writing, call it improv, whatever you want to call, come from kind of a Midwest. I think some were like Chicago, maybe Wisconsin, and some maybe not of those three were uh, originally from Minnesota or certainly lived there in the early Mystery Science Theater days. So it's pretty cool that they have a lot of these jokes that hit right to kind of my childhood and common Midwest culture stuff that I thought it was getting out there a little bit, is pretty fun. You know, it's got a nostalgia element to it that is adds something that I don't know if everybody gets that, right. You know, there's certainly movie buffs and geeks and that kind of stuff that enjoy it just for what it is, and you know, were doing the same kind of thing with their friends before any of this became kind of a cult TV deal. Okay, let's go get air. But for me, you know, it's like, oh, okay, yeah. They talk about a town or something like that, or the weather, or foods and that kind of stuff, and it's like, yeah, I know what you're talking about. Or even just regionalized commercials and things like that. Like I know a good one for having grown up in the Midwest is Menards, right? It's a hardware chain. It's big enough that it's got a footprint in um, NASCAR, you know, some of those kind of places. All are you might be familiar with it, but the jingle and all that kind of stuff here in Colorado, no footprint. So I haven't heard that. Nobody else is familiar with it, but um, growing up, that you know everybody knew the little jingle and what you were talking about if you joke that. So just an example of one of the things that they kind of bring to the forefront with their humor. All right, now we're gonna do that to I think get these, and we will put the boat up. I want to get this before I refill my pockets. Come on. Trolling me, sand. All right. Now, where was that village? Back around the island. Um, so you know, that's part of where I'm like, yeah, I really, really dig that kind of stuff. But the other part is that I very genuinely enjoy the same stuff, and it's a part because that hit when I was, um, I don't know, probably junior high age, and you know, I don't mind saying that. You know, I was in high school in the early '90s, in college in the late '90s, and their stuff coincided somewhere around there, but I'm not sure enough when I discovered it relative to when it started that just by going off a wiki thing, even I could place when I was first seeing it. You know, it could have been going for years before I ever discovered it. So I don't think I'm uh, giving any big identity tips or anything like that. Just or my age or anything too much, other than just to say that yeah, it was fun kind of being in there from the beginning, and I think it did have a lot of um, I don't know about impact. It wasn't like it was must see TV when I was growing up. It was fun if you caught it, and then you kind of, oh yeah, I know that show. Got a little buzz uh, going around. But I think it suffered back in the day for the same reason it suffers on Twitch if you're not subscribed. Yeah, commercials interrupt you, and Mystery Science Theater built into that, right? They would watch these segments of movies, but you never see the whole movie. You would see a chopped up version of the movie with them building around the ad breaks. They'd have little, side banter and all that kind of stuff that didn't exactly tie into the movies. All made for a great show, um, but it it did, I don't know, maybe it's just my personality. That part kind of held me back because it was like, man, corny and campy as it is, I want to know where that movie was going with it. And so I think this format really strengthens that. You get to watch those. But as I was alluding to, I think it shaped my interest in going and seeking out corny sci-fi horror type stuff to check out and watch. Like, hey, what's this has got 2.5 stars. All right. And for me at least, there's kind of a narrow line to walk. Like Sharknado and some of those don't super hit me because they're trying really hard. And maybe they were back in the 50s and 60s as well. Maybe they were like, hey, this is the meta we're working on. We're going to make this infamously bad. Um, but I think that the best source material for a lot of those are the ones that were low budget, new aspiring filmmakers that hadn't learned all the techniques, or they were really trying, but they just can't compete with Hollywood. And that's where like independent films I think are where you find some of the best kind of stuff. Um, Now, did we already get that one out there, and then we came back around? Did we come up through these? Man, this village it's kind of as stinky as all the others. I don't think there's a darn thing for us here. Which is good because we're completely jammed up on our inventory. Alright, well, there was the ship. Can I get out all the way from here? And you are a rising sun, so we actually want to go back that way, right? Right, everybody? Let's. Because we want to be at 999 and negative 22, right? In that order. So bad. 995 negative 22. Okay. Um. So yeah, I've sought out those kind of movies, independence and low budget, and there's a lot of clunkers and there's some gems. But if you've kind of already got that mentality, you can kind of be making those types of jokes to yourself and going along. All of that, aside from shouting out that Riff Tracks content on Twitch is pretty good, and you should go check it out if any of that sounds interesting. Um, Fits in with my Amazon watch list is so all over the place. Like so many 70s and 80s B movie, sci-fi, horror, um, fantasy. Like I remember being a kid and watching Beastmaster and thinking like, oh man, this is so bad, but it's so good. As a little kid, like you knew it wasn't. I didn't need a screenshot of that. I don't want to go through the swamp. Let's go out this way. It's going the wrong way. I know. Oh. Um, but we got some scattered spruce trees in there. What are those doing? I may have just gone a really long way around. Oh, because this is the birch stuff that we cut through from the big, massive savanna fragment thing, right? Maybe? I don't know. So yeah, I watch all these movies kind of with that. Hey, these are worth a laugh. But last night, I haven't, because I've been doing that. I haven't really watched um, any of the produced stream content, Amazon or Netflix or any of that in a little while because I've been watching a bunch of Twitch movies. Last night when I went to bed, I was like, "Oh yeah, let's go see." And Prime must have been worried about me. Like Bezos is like, "Dude, what happened to Habits? He hasn't watched anything in a while." Um, and so in the movies we think you may like, it was just like a wall of that. And they're probably, it's probably also a little bit of the big brothery cookie tracking stuff, right? They're going like, oh yeah, look at what Twitch channel you've been subscribed to. Oh boy, that's how things go bad. Still have a bed. Um, so yeah, all just a wall of them, and I watched. It was from like 63 or 67. It was a Vincent Price movie called A Diary of a Madman. And I I think I've talked about this a little bit in the past. I am totally lost on what anybody's trying to accomplish with movie ratings these days. What happened to the day? And I get, there's failings to any system, and a lot of these movies were created under different guidelines, and so um, they still carry their original ratings, which aren't the same. But it is. I can't imagine being a parent. First of all you parents out there, bless you. I can't. I can't imagine. With internet and all that. Have I done both of these, by the way? Just want to make sure. Yes. Okay. Those are both. Those are both complete. This isn't the worst thing in the world to have, but I don't need those filling up my view. All right. We are still coming up this. Oh man, garbage truck. Chill. Not a fan of trying to move quickly through the swamp. So I turn on this movie and it's like Diary of a Madman. I'm not gonna. It's 40. No, like a 60-year-old movie ballpark. So no spoilers. You can go online and look it up if you want, but it's campy horror, kind of Vincent Price deal. But it's got this rating of um, 18 and up. Not an MA or anything like that. And you can go in on, I don't know where to find it on Netflix, but certainly on um, Amazon. You can go into the description and actually see like what are the categories in the advising. Why did it get that rating? So it'll say like suspense, violence, language, that kind of whatever's in there. So I knew I was like, okay, it's a horror movie and it's from the 60s, so probably not going to have it's not going to be like a 70s where there's lots of obligatory skin that kind of came along with um, Freddy and Jason and those guys. That the 70s kind of set up that meta, and the 80s monster movies, if you will. I guess that they were less monsters as just kind of psycho movies. Ran with it, right? Like, oh yeah, we're gonna formalize a topless girl running and screaming as she goes up the steps, that kind of stuff. Kind of built it into a trope. Um, but the 60s didn't have that. They were still working in a different set of rules that didn't have any of that. So you kind of know going in, like, okay, this is not going to be anything like that. But I was like, kind of expecting more out of the movie in terms of, I don't know, something gore or uh, actual riveting type suspense, uh, based on seeing that it had a 18 plus rating on it, and I was kind of left scratching in my head. I'm pretty sure the one thing, the guy's a sculptor and he gets possessed and goes to do some bad deeds. Right? It's a horror, and one of his victims ends up inside a sculpture. Let's put it that way. Post mortem. So I think that probably pulled quite a bit of it for back in the day. And then there was a piece I wasn't watching closely enough to really understand, but innocent dude basically gets framed for his murders, right? And this demon or whatever is kind of arranging all this. And at one point, framed dude is in jail, and this is set in France, I think. So they're talking about guillotining people and all that. Um, and he's basically been fully set up, and all the pieces are in place for him to be convicted of murder. And this woman comes in, and out of the blue, he's like, "I've wanted." He started, he's like doomed to die, so he starts kissing her. Again, very '60s, decent, nothing untoward. But he's just, he's kissing her on the lips. He's saying, "I've wanted to do that since we were children," and it wasn't clear to me. I didn't watch the cast of characters or anything. Like, was that like he's coming clean to his sister? All of a sudden, that's like, ew, creepy. And where did that come from as a curveball? But they never went on to explain it a whole lot. That they weren't the main characters or the main storyline. But it kind of made me wonder, like, yeah, I guess that would be something. But it was just odd to have that thrown in. And again, kind of right in the RiffTrax alley, like, la da 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 da, we're all going fun, and then random childhood romance confessed on deathbed. What? Because that's classic in poorly written movies, is just not a built up cliffhanger twist at the end, but a totally unexplained random new character brought in, usually because like the movie had to be salvaged and a new writer or something comes in, or they just over budget and have to wrap it up. So it's like, and then random character came in and very Scooby Doo like is like, that's the end of that's how you explain it, right? There was nothing in the movie up to this point to give that any context, but there you go. Um, so yeah, I watched that movie and was like, what? What did I just see? And why hasn't anybody riffed that thing yet? I would be very interested to see what um, writers have done. It was probably a little too good, though. Even though it had some flaws, it was well conceived, and the main story all went through. But like, okay, huh? Well, this is one of the challenges of going over land. Let's go this way. How about this way? So yeah, in the comments, if you are what either from your childhood or if you're just a campy movie fan like I am, what's something that's like a guilty pleasure movie, right? Like for me, one that has nothing to do with riffing or anything like that. But when I was in high school, um, there was a local like dollar theater, right? Old, worn out, rundown, but my cross country ski team would uh, sometimes go after practice and we'd watch the same $1 movie just to get to hang out, right? It was like guys and girls all basically on the same team, right? You race separately and all that, but it was kind of my social crew between runners and skiers. That was it. And skiing was a smaller, tighter knit group because there were a lot more people play other sports and all that will run than want to get into cross country skiing. They don't like the cold, or they, don't have any background in skiing, and it feels uncomfortable or whatever. And they'll just, even if they don't play another winter sport, they'll just kind of keep running and training indoors, and as opposed to skiing. But we had a blast. It was, a lot of people I think look back on high school or um, school years in general as tough times, right? Um, I I really found, and I think a lot of people do. Um, People talk about how, oh yeah, people in um, high school can be so cruel and savage. Nah, junior high, man, that was where I was. I think everybody is, right, but nobody has an emotional maturity yet to be able to reveal to others at the time that everybody's pretty miserable and you're making fun of everybody else and you're all going through hormonal changes and all that, and that certainly um, fuels fights with friends that you've had all your life, and you're romantically interested in folks and they may not be in the same headspace at all one day, and then have completely reversed with you after. And uh, you're first getting a real first taste of young adulthood, right? It's certainly nothing like what you're going to experience. You don't have a ton of freedom yet, but you're beginning to develop your own tastes, right? You're not just mommy and daddy know everything and they're there and what they say is right, and I blindly mirror their likes and dislikes because they're my main influences in life. You kind of start switching that up, right? And hey, yeah, Dad's still cool. I love him. He's great, but he likes. Uh, well, I don't. I have no idea which one he likes. He and I both like black licorice, so it really doesn't matter. But we'll say that he likes red vines and I like Twizzlers. Um, and that's okay. It doesn't change it. But I just because Dad says red vines are great, I'm like, no, man, you're crazy. The texture is all wrong. You need Twizzlers. What are you thinking? That's one I have with my actual adult friends now. I am a total Twizzlers guy. Um, and two of my good friends are like, no, what are you talking about? It's red vines. And I'm like, nah, you are so mistaken. Um, but yeah, those kinds of things, I don't know. I'm not a parent. I'm not an expert. I'm going off my own memories from back in the day. But to me, those things begin to kind of manifest um, in those junior high years a little bit more than they had before. And maybe food is maybe oversimplified. You probably have a lot of that much earlier on, but music and movies and that kind of taste stuff, you begin to develop a little bit of your own insight, and that certainly will follow through um, into high school and beyond. I mean, that's what life's all about: have new experiences and decide how you process and interpret them. I don't know what F4 does, but I just F4. I think it's the close window when you combine it. Wow, so we are, I think, well west. We still have a ways to go, but oh my goodness. I guess let's go back to overlanding again, and I should check the coordinates, just make sure we're heading right. So we have about 600 to go north, and we now have about 400 to go this way, which I think will mean that we're going to run into some big old hills. So what was I saying? Oh, yeah. So in my high school years, my cross country team and I, by that point we knew about our interests. We had, we were very similar type kids, guys and girls. Obviously, we weren't all a bunch of clones of each other, and we had other outside interests, but we all got along pretty well, and nobody was just going out of their way to um, cut down the others or anything like that to try to feel better about themselves. I think we all, because we were athletic and kind of working towards a team common goal, we were way beyond that. And, there was uh, certainly some dating that was going on around back and forth between in various years, different members of those teams. Um, but it was a really fun time, and because some of us might be dating somebody that had dated somebody else at a previous time, or back and forth, or that kind of stuff, but we were all still good mutual friends. We wanted to have kind of fun activities that we could all do, and we do the team based like pasta dinners and stuff before meets and all that kind of stuff. All that was certainly fun, but these movies were a good chance that that nobody was actively looking at them as like a date. We were all just going to hang out, but we watched the movie Cool Runnings. I don't know, in one few months over a ski season, we probably watched it dozens of times because it was a buck, right? You could go, and they had uh, like it wasn't like the fancy candy that the big fancy movie theaters had. It was like not fresh popcorn that they weren't even playing about. It's like, yeah, this is we pop popcorn once a week, or we buy it pre-popped from somewhere. That kind of stuff. But it was fun. It was that built-in thing, and all of us, we knew every song, like the Cool Running song, all the lines. We could all run them, and it's just such a guilty pleasure. And I haven't seen that movie in so long, and I'm sure now it would be tough for it to live up, but it was absolutely a guilty pleasure because at the time, we were too old to be the target audience for it, right? It was, hey, look, there's our original boat. Um, we just didn't care that much about the movie. We all loved that we could, anybody could be sitting next to anybody else, and on the school buses out to our ski meets and all that kind of stuff, we could just be joking about the things, and uh, John Candy, and I don't know who all the other actors were in it, but the one kind of dreadlocked guy, Sanka Coffee, which is a great character name because Sanka is if I don't know what the reach of Sanka is. Sanka is kind of a non-coffee coffee. Um, it's a brand that you get it in a big can. It's kind of cheap. But I think it's maybe decaffeinated or something. I don't know, but it was it was awesome that that was his name. So yeah, there's my guilty pleasure movie that never was watched for its artistic merit or anything so highbrow. Yeah, let's cook you right there. That's gonna be good. Get about half the. We may be with. No, I don't think we're quite close enough to make a bunch of golden apples. Um, and I think once I wrap up here, it's going to be pretty low key stuff. You know, I've got farms to lay out, I've got stairs to extend. Although that I probably will save for you guys until we're ready to dive into that additional big cave. But I'll probably go back and do some mining within the caves that we lit up earlier today. So we can make 3 golden apples? I don't know. Maybe? Is that worth it? Ooh. That starts to be kind of good. That could help me out a lot in. Oh, I don't have a thing yet. Let's do that while you all are here. An anvil, that's a thing. So yeah, if you're catching this on YouTube, um, drop a comment. What's a campy, corny movie that has a special memory for you? Either because it kind of was like, oh, it's actually funny to watch these when um, you're not watching it for the movie itself, just for the underlying humor that it presents. So where do we want to put our anvil? I mean, I guess I could just stick it there. Not really a good built-in space for it. I don't think, I think if I put it, it'll just drop, and eventually that's all going to get filled with furnaces. So we'll still want an anvil spot. Let's do that. Combining those two, pretty good. If we are so lucky to get a mending, that would be really pretty great. But as it is, even with unbreaking, I don't think that's going to last too terribly long. But hey, it's something. Again, that maybe we use for, I don't know, lapis. I don't need that much of that. I really don't think that emeralds will pop if I hit those with a gold axe. Um, Coal, maybe? I'll probably just sit on it though, honestly, and um, wait to see if I get more fortune before we end up using it. If I get enchanted diamond before then, well, it'll never get used, and maybe I'll cook it down. But there you have it. Well, we are right about 4 hours, so that's good. Hope you enjoyed. I certainly enjoyed having you here. I enjoyed playing, and hope you enjoyed the content. Probably some more tomorrow, maybe a shorter one even than what we did today. Yesterday's got long because we lost the old world about 2 hours in. And I wanted to get established, but yeah, it'll be loud background laundry again for me. Keep plugging away at that and knocking out some Minecraft here. Trying to make some progress in this world as I get that done. So take care of yourselves. We will see you back here for the next one. Until then, stay awesome. See you guys.